This is our town courthouse. Now, as you can plainly see, this building is not accessible to those with disabilities. I'm Justin Holmes, and I'm the only candidate for New Paltz Town Justice who's promising that I will not collect a paycheck until this building is accessible to everyone.
I'm not a lawyer, I'm a parliamentarian, I'm a computer technician. What I'm going to do is stop the madness in the courtroom where you can't hear the judge, as you can see, you can hear me very well. You can't hear the judge, you can't make a recording of your own court proceeding. In my court, all the proceedings will be recorded and they'll all be posted online. All the transcripts, up to the extent allowed by law, will be posted online. My court notes will be posted online. And I'm going to do this all in one term and then I'm going to be done. I'm not going to run for a second term. I'm going to set a precedent that 21st century technologies can use to realize 18th century ideals. I have brought a bunch of support throughout the week. We already have our own ballot line, so we are bringing these ideas to the fence in November, and I hope that you'll support me now, and I hope that you'll support me then. Is that right now, right here today, right here this year, right here at Senior New Paltz, we're at the twilight of the age of credentialism and the dawn of the information age. And that what we are about to plunge into is an entirely new ontos, an entirely new way of understanding knowledge and human interaction. A court that represents everything that we can do today regarding accessibility and transparency. So what I intend to do is to build an interactive website that will house all of the court decisions, all of the transcripts up to the extent allowed by law, and even my court notes. That is to say, the notes that I take every day, every court session as judge, will be published. And you, as a plaintiff, or as a defendant, or as an interested party, will be able to see those notes and be able to see how consistent my decisions really are. That's something that probably wasn't really possible 10 years ago, but it's possible now. And it's the kind of example that I think we need to set in New Paltz. Because without a good example of a functioning, accessible, open court here, we have no hope of holding our institutions of law accountable at the federal level. And that's really the movement that we need to ignite right here, right now. I want to talk very briefly about jurisprudence. Because, you know, it's something that judicial candidates tend to shy away from. And I worry that when people go into the voting booth to vote for judge, they don't exactly know why they're voting. When you're voting for someone for town board, it's very clear, oh yes, I like the environment, or oh yes, I really want their tax plan. When you're voting someone for judge, I feel like people don't really exactly know why they're casting that vote. So in addition to my strong feelings about using technology to really bring about accessibility, I think that our jurisprudence in the information age really needs to harken back to a comment that Thomas Jefferson made about the First Amendment that he probably didn't think was going to be played over and over again, but it has been. And it's that the legitimate authority of government extends only as far as those acts that are injurious to others. I think that is a maxim that he did not intend to be carried out by the legislative bodies. He didn't say the best thing for our laws to follow should be, or the best way for our laws to be executed should be. He said the legitimate authority of government. And I think he and our founders expected that the institutions of law were going to hold the other two branches to that, and they haven't done it. More than anything, more even than your vote, I hope that you accept that premise. That we are entering the information age, and that in the information age, credentialism is going to play much less of a role, and a very different role. And if you do accept that premise, I hope that you can see why I'm the best candidate for the job, because I intend to use 21st century technology to bring about the ideals of liberty and justice that were fostered in our revolution. Thank you.